Hi lovies, it's your girl Allie here. It's 4:44 on my time. So we're just gonna hop right into this. But today I am using the Sacred Rebel Oracle. Okay, guidance for living a unique and authentic life. And I've used this deck for several years now, but never on a TikTok live. So this will be a first. And I will be using the book so that I can read straight from the book and you guys have an accurate depiction of what Spirit is trying to tell you. It's not just me yammering, even though I'm going to give my opinions because that's what I do. So let's hop right into it. Spirit of the Most High, thank you for joining me and protecting our energy. We ask that you relay clear and concise messages regarding our current path, work that we have to do on ourselves, and work blessings and things of that nature that we can look forward to. So we have received defend the world, or defend to the end the worthwhile. As you can see, it's a warrior here with the crown of an owl. You know, owls depict wise, sage energy. So off the rip, defend to the end the worthwhile, number 23, and 2s and 3s have been popping up for me lately, along with 5s and 7s. So if you're into angel numbers, maybe that's something for you. Defend to the end the worthwhile. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside. For the key is our heart to living an authentic life. What is there once that is compromised? Without its foundation of truth, we are to be forever lost in confusion, doubt, and despair. You are a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief and also the grief of the world. You have raged at injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it is exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, "Oh, stop being so sensitive. Stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about?" The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. Even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than to anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps in your path of the sacred warrior. There are no less important than the more noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. I'm sorry, I'll get right to it, but I gotta be honest, I'm sweating in the sweater, and I have to take it off. Okay, much better, because it is hot up in here. Okay. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great devastation. Being vigilant with what is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens the sacred warrior and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. I didn't want the glare to affect the picture. Okay, that darkness will be intelligent and sneaky. It will tell you that it doesn't matter, that this one time you can forget what you promised, that you were just one person, and that you can't make a difference anyway. That darkness will lure you into a sleepy ambivalence and dull your light if you allow it to. Okay, I need more light up in here. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just need more light. Okay. Let's see. The sacred warrior within will fight with love and honor to be true to what has meaning and never, ever allow it to be cast aside, even if it seems easier in the moment. The sacred warrior finds joy and humor in life to prevent the seriousness of the task from stifling the heart that just wants to live and be free. That joy brings strength to the warrior and an expanded, relaxed awareness that can sense the presence of fear, whether it is masked with anger. I don't know who's trying to co-host, but we're not doing that just yet. That joy brings strength to the warrior and an expanded, relaxed awareness that can sense the presence of fear, whether it is masked as anger, hate, or doubt, and immediately respond to it with fierce compassion. The sacred warrior will not allow fear to gain a stronghold within the heart. This oracle has special guidance for you. You are being asked to stay strong and stand your ground. This might be in a big emotional journey that feels like the fight of your life. It may be in a matter that does not seem to hold much importance. Perhaps, for example, you are contemplating an idea that you feel you could be something, but those around you declare it is nothing. It's nothing much, too impractical, too little, or too much. However, what is happening, or soon will be happening, is worthwhile, so hold tight. Ask for help through the healing process below. Stay true to the sacred warrior of love that you are and defend to the end all that is worthwhile. This oracle card gains even more significance for you if you have also joined the Oracle of New Birth, Guarded Vigilante in your reading. If you intuitively feel guided to read the message for that card, do so after you complete the healing process below. And the healing process. Put your hand on your heart and say, I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection, assistance, and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love. That what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for greater good. Through my own free will, so be it. Repeat up to 3 times if you wish. Okay. So in terms of defend to the end, something worthwhile is happening or will be happening shortly. And do not allow the outside world to stifle your love. No matter how you release it, no matter how you share it, don't allow outside sources to interfere with how loving and kind and generous you are. Okay. Next, we have, and I'm just going to pull something. Okay. Heaven Sent 33. Again, the 2s and the 3s are following me, but Heaven Sent. Okay, so we received Defend to the End, the worthwhile, and Heaven Sent 23 and 33. Heaven Sent. Now, as you can see, her consciousness is lit up as though she's receiving downloads and projecting her consciousness into the world. So again, know that you are a divine being, connected directly to source, and you are in the world but not of it. Heaven Sent. Just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on other levels, including the spiritual level. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help and it may be given in response to that request. All requests for help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it is our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do lists, we don't often stop to think about what our hearts might need. If we do, and an immediate solution is not obvious, we just get on with our life, either letting the issue be or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. However, there is a loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can best come to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively seeks to assist us in our walking our life path. That loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Something big is coming. Source, the angels, all of heaven have eyes on us. And we are receiving another spiritual gift or an upgrade to our spiritual gifts. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you are appreciating how lovely it looks, but it is the underlying energy that captures you. Something in the appearance, color, or shape speaks to you and is, perhaps, answering an unspoken prayer. It is not the object that it is not the excuse me. It is not the object that is the gift. That is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle, yet effective empowerment. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength, and a greater peace. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly, but not quite, been able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. The spiritual gift may or may not be recognizable to you. It may be very obvious. Excuse me, I'm gonna grab a drink. I missed my mouth entirely. Okay. Now, a new lover or a remarkable healing in a current relationship. It might be far more subtle and even more powerful, such as a jolt of energy that allows you to perceive things differently. All of a sudden, confirmation, all of a sudden, and perhaps solve a problem that has been plaguing you. It will be bestowed as and when it is needed in the form that will best serve the love in you. This oracle also brings you the message, let yourself be helped. Now, we received this yesterday. Learn how to ask for help and be open to receiving the help. That is important. Don't just ask for help and then reject it or feel self-conscious about it, okay? When asking for help, be open to receiving, and keep in mind, sometimes people don't help you in your way, okay? They will help you in their way and the best they can. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. If you have also drawn the card of the Oracle Collaborative Dreaming, then this message is amplified. It is very significant as the assistance coming from the hand of life itself. Trust it. This oracle also comes with the message that you are to trust in the things that you feel and say to others without knowing why. It moves them. You might not understand, but through trust, you are allowing yourself not to overthink and censor yourself. As such, you are able to become a vessel through which the spiritual gift can be passed on to others. Don't block yourself. Let life happen through you. Only benefit can come from this. Okay. Whenever you draw the Oracle of Heaven Sent in addition to another card, the universe really wants your attention. It is saying, look, love is speaking to you directly here, so pay attention. Really feel the truth of what is being said and trust it. You are being helped. It is simple to receive the gift that is headed your way. The healing process below will activate that for you. So, let's say, through unconditional love, I now accept the spiritual gifts that are bestowed upon me with complete trust and gratitude. So be it. So remember, you are in this world, but not of it. And yes, it's okay to ask for help. The universe, God, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, all want to come forth with assistance. And those of us who are actively using our spiritual abilities, this is what we do. So from me to you, ask the universe for help and say yes, receive it, say thank you. Okay. We have also received going beyond normal and also after the storm. Okay. Going beyond normal. Now, after the storm is pretty self-explanatory, but I will read that in a moment. For right now, going beyond normal. On the path of life, there are deciding moments where we can choose to be the mainstream or we can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way, even if it seems riskier or less safe. To rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for existence that is far too dry. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a choice point. You could say that the choice is about balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture, and more about integrating all approaches so that you enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Placing science or architecture above all else kills off the rebellious heart. Steadfastly Relying on logic, proof, and a complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. Learn to be a little spontaneous, okay? Safely. Basing decisions on limited factors with an imbalanced measure of success is unnecessarily limiting. This approach prevents us from living freely, spontaneously, and with trust so that we can rebel against the need for things to go strictly or according to plan. Choosing to value decisions based on passion and instinct and trust in life enough to embrace it as an adventure and let it unfold as it will. Have a little fun, safely. But don't be so caught up in the mundane and the facts and the script that you forget to live a little. There's a time and a place for logic, strategy, planning, and measurable outcomes. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant not to worship them or allow them to quash our less rational but equally valuable decision-making tools. Intuition. Okay. Intuition, feelings, and those things you know without knowing how you know them. The flowing inspirational energy of the heart may have not conceivable basis in logic or reason and still be uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. On the other hand, gardening and art do provide us with a plan, albeit more loosely held. This plan still requires us to set aside time to draw upon reliable methods and to prepare with certain tools. However, there is also a healthy dose of organic flow, responsiveness, and trust in the creative process of bringing something to life. This leads to the cultivation of the most beautiful, abundant, and successful garden and the most vivid, healing heart. You are being asked to stay open to the intuitive approach in your life, your work, your creativity, as well as in your spiritual journey. The intuitive approach can be likened to the method of a gardener or an artist. There is a sense of what might work, where, and a loose or even a detailed plan, but how the plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. You may have pressures around you from the world or from your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to the accepted mainstream view that you need a well-thought-out plan for success in a commercial venture. However, sometimes the best plan is to do what feels intuitively truthful in the moment and to trust that you are being led towards your own growth. Adopting this approach means you have to do far less planning and far more living. It is a pure and heart-centered way to manifest your art, your life path, and your essence into practical expression in the world. It involves a willingness to be led by nature instead of trying to control the powerful force of life, which is a bit like trying to fit a proverbial ocean into a teacup. It is far more intelligent to allow the ocean to be the ocean and to learn to swim in it rather than trying to cram it into a vessel that is much too small. This oracle brings you a special piece of guidance. You are moving outside of the plan. You are living in the border of what is socially accepted. This is good. This is fringe dwelling freedom. Others might not see this about you straight away as you seem pretty normal, but that secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. And maybe you are an out and proud fringe dweller, like myself, completely comfortable with this way of being. Either way, this oracle brings you the message that you now have a chance to live from the heart more deeply and expressively than ever before. It wants you to realize that this is a legitimate, empowered, and creative way to live that honors all of who you are. You can give up forcing or squashing yourself down into a very limited set of so-called desirable qualities like intellect and control. Okay. It seems I really don't have as much time as I thought I did, but I'm glad we were able to at least do a little something. So, defend to the end, the worthwhile, heaven sent, and going beyond normal. Ask for help when you need it. You are in this world. Be in this world, but not of it, because we are absolutely divine creatures. And sometimes it's okay to not do things by the book, because the most intense and passionate and genuine love isn't scripted. Okay? It comes from a place of genuine desire and honesty and openness. So as much as I'd like to stay and keep reading, unfortunately, I have just run out of time. So I love you guys and thank you for joining me, and please follow so that you will be up to date with the next live. I try to go live at least once a day. So I love you guys. Remember, be open to receiving and just live a little. I love you. Bye.